Good morning, good afternoon, and in case I don't see you, good evening. So I'm going to show you how to make a delicious chicken breast, lemongrass chicken breast. So you can use this as a sandwich, you can use it in salads, you can use it with the cold rice noodles, and also you can use it as a boca. When I mean boca, it means just little hors d'oeuvres that you can just use for picking, little foods here and there. So the number one ingredient obviously is going to be what? Lemongrass. Say what? Lemongrass. So we're going to need I left my knife there. You need a knife. Okay, so this part of the lemongrass right here is the one with the most flavor. So what we're gonna do is we are going to chop it up really fine. But this thing here, remember that even if you chop it fine, it's kind of like it gets stuck on the teeth sometimes. And sometimes it could be like really hard, and some people don't like it. Okay, so first let's chop it up, and then we're going to use a mortar and a pestle to press it a little bit longer. So lemongrass is once again is one of those amazing herbs, like antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, really good for expectant mothers so they can build more milk. So when the baby arrives, you have plenty of it. So this is the pestle and mortar. So what we'll do is we're gonna put some of this stuff in there. This is for the chicken. And then you ever wonder what to do with we're gonna do a lot. Okay, if you ever wonder what to do with the ends of your cilantro, this is the perfect time to use it. I also use it for juicing, because all I'm gonna do for my salad is this part, but I'm not showing you how to make the salad, or I'm only gonna show you how to make the chicken itself, the cubes itself, or the chicken breast, if you will. Okay, so that goes in there, and then we're gonna start mashing a bit. And in fact, I don't really want to be making a lot of noise, so I'll do it right here. So the idea is to mash it really, 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 really good. So this is gonna go on your chicken. So meanwhile, so this will help it make more into a paste. If you want to add peanuts to it, or you can add also almonds to it, but I'm not gonna add anything because honestly, right now, I'm trying to eat as simple as possible, and I'm trying to show you the same thing to you to see what happens. Sometimes we make our recipes too complicated, and I like easy. Easy does it. Okay, so before you add any oil, what you want to do is you want to mash it really good, because you will be using some oil. You can mash the oil in here. You can mash the herbs with the oil right here, or you can put it directly into the chicken cubes, which is my plan, what I'm planning to do. Chicken breast, like, they barely have any visible fat, but don't get fooled by it, still have fat. But if you don't put a little bit of oil, it's gonna be very dry and very hard to digest. So I always like to emulsify the meat, especially dried meats like that, like chicken breast, even turkey, turkey breast, that kind of thing. So if you notice, that's almost mashed. So now what I'm gonna do is I have some chilies from my summertime rewards. So I'm gonna save these chilies here. These are my favorite chilies. They're really good, they're spicy, they're delicious. So one of this thing with chilies, if I feel like I have a cold or I have a headache, guess what I do? I mash a couple of chilies like this with half a lemon or a whole lemon, and I juice it, and I put a little bit of sea salt, so it's like the mashed fresh chilies and a little bit of sea salt and one whole lemon squeeze. I can see, my mouth's starting to water because just thinking about it. It is the best thing ever. If you have a headache or if you're feeling tension, I'll just drink it like if it was juice, and it makes me feel so great. I know some people don't like the spiciness of the eggs, but it's really good for you, especially type A personalities. Sometimes, we tend to have our amygdala hijacked. So, or sometimes we have too much cortisol going through us. So it's very important. Calm one. So chili sometimes could do that. Okay, so I'm gonna put the chilies in there. So this is gonna be a little bit on the spicy side. Okay, the other thing that's gonna make a difference is pepper. So you can use like the whole pepper and squeeze it here. If I can get the darn thing out, probably not. So I'm just gonna probably add it in there. Best if you have the peppercorn though, and you actually crack it in there with the rest of the spices. Okay, so also I have some coconut sugar here, so that'll make it sticky and really brown the meat. Back in here, see, habits sometimes they're hard to break. I start with one thing. Okay, so that's good enough. So that's gonna be kind of like my mix for my chicken breast. And so now I'm going to bring the chicken breast fillet, so boneless, skinless, and we're going to cut it into cubes. So one, first strips obviously, and if you're gonna use this as hors d'oeuvres, make like about a little 1/4 inch or an inch. So see the size, so this is about like an inch all the way around. So this will be great for a salad, or you can just eat it like that, or like I said, if you're doing hors d'oeuvres, it's perfect. You just stick a little toothpick on the top. So I have my bowl ready here, so put that in there. And take the other one, so I'm doing just 2. Okay, it's best to just go tear and go back. If you have a really nice sharp knife, it works on cutting your meat to a perfect angle. Okay, so we have that there. Now I'm gonna move this to where you can see it. Okay, so notice I'm not preheating my pan yet because I really want to focus on this first. Okay, so now we take all of that mashed up stuff that I just made, and then we are going to put it in and with the chicken. Okay, so we have the mashed chilies, the mashed lemongrass, and the cilantro, the stems. I love the stems, especially in juicing. And by the way, when it comes to cilantro, it's really good for avoiding salmonella, your friends Salmon and Ella. Okay, before I touch the meat, I'm going to, or fully touch it anyways, I have a lime. So I'm just gonna add some lemon zest. A little wee bit. If not, the whole lemon, it's okay. You got a lot of vitamin C right here. So I never discount my zest. It's called the zest of life. So the life of a lemon. And then I'm gonna reserve the lemon juice for later on. So you see I got a lot of lemon zest right here. There we go. I don't recall if I put sea salt, but I'm gonna add a little bit more. And now I take my avocado oil, which resists the very, very high temperatures. Just put about 1 to 2 tablespoons. And once again, I'm gonna add a little bit of the coconut sugar. And then let's emulsify this together. Mix it up. And I wanna show you how beautiful it looks already. Okay, it smells absolutely wonderful. So like I say, if you wanna throw in some cashews, peanuts, or something in there to make this dish even more delicious, you're good to go. Okay, so let it rest for a little bit, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to preheat the pan. So we have a 12-inch gourmet skillet here. On purpose, I am not going to put the handles. The handles are very easy. You can just click. You don't even need to touch the button to put them on. You can just push, okay? And then just to take it off, you just push this button, release. okay? So what you want to do is preheat the pan at medium high, because this time you're going to be frying. And by the way, if you have a pretty dress or you have a really nice clothing, make sure that you put a chef jacket or you put an apron so you're not splattering, even though this is not going to have a lot of oil to splatter. So, but it's always best to be prepared. So at this point, while you're preheating the pan, you could be making your quick salad, which is basically you can make like cucumbers, romaine lettuce, put some cilantro on the salad, so maybe green onions. If you want to throw in a little extra, for those of you who like noodles, you can do some like hot water soaked noodles and then just mix it all up together. Put a little bit of vinegar, soy sauce if you like. But if you're not into the Asian food and you just like the idea of the little cubes for hors d'oeuvres, you know, just to have like a multicultural of foods, then just make the little chicken cubes, which are going to be amazing. So it's like whatever you want to do is up to you. It's your recipe. I'm just giving you ideas on what to do and what to, some ideas, not even what to do. I'm just showing you some ideas that you can choose to either take, you know, my creativity, or you can also create your own. You can take the same ingredients and make it a little bit different, okay? So most important thing is, if you love it, make sure that you share it, that you have a watch party in your own channel. We want to bring more positivity and awareness into this world, and we can do it through healthy cooking. I truly believe that when we eat healthy, we're healthier in the mind. We're also healthier everywhere in our body. So let's take care of number one, which is our body, which is ourselves. So this is almost preheated. So if you want to know if it's preheated enough, you can do, I can do that. You cannot do that because it's really hot. I can feel the heat, but I can show you with a little bit of water how the water disperses rather than being absorbed into the pan. It just disperses. It looks like a little mercury steely. So that's when you do the water and you notice that the water does not evaporate. That's when you know that you have the perfect heat. And I don't know where my other handle is. But just to illustrate, this is what it looks like. See how the water dances? I'll just simply just throw it. I know that it's perfectly heated. And now I'm gonna take my chicken. And you can use tongs, or you can use your hand, bare hand, if you're not afraid of having chicken in your hand. Or you can just, like I say, put on the gloves. And so now what we're doing is grilling. So you don't need to add any oil unless you want to. You already put it on the chicken. This is gonna be really spicy. So, and like I said, it smells absolutely wonderful. So you can even cook it on the side. And there you go. So make sure that every bit of the lemongrass is in there, and that is like an amazing liver cleanser too. So just leave it there. And so this is where it comes in handy, having a tongue. So that way, as soon as it heats up, and I'm using medium-high, so if you have a stove that goes from 1 to 10, so medium-high will be about a 9.5, okay? So I usually give it a little bit of time before I try to pick it up, and that's the heat. If it releases quite easy without me having to go like this, that means it's ready to flip. So you see that? Oh my gosh, the heat! But it's really good. It's good for your lungs, especially. So just give it, and this is the work of the little bit of the brown sugar or coconut sugar. I use coconut sugar because it's low glycemic. But you can use honey, but if you're gonna use honey, do not put the honey until the very end, once the chicken is 95% cooked. Because otherwise you're gonna have a heck of a time trying to clean this pan, because the honey will already have cooked into the pan. Okay. So from here on, I just give it another couple minutes, 5 minutes if you will. And then we're gonna add the lemon juice. So this is looking amazing. And I'm going to see what I put my candle. If not, take a new one. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the pepper. So it's not a lot of fat that you're putting, and this is a little bit more of the sugar to make it super brown, and lemon juice. If you like, you're gonna add a little bit more oil, but no need to. You can add some cherry wine, white wine, some sake. That's just ideas. It's not that's how I'm going to serve it. But check this out. On my choice, I'm just gonna gloss it up with a little bit of the oil. And now I have a really nice color, so I can take this off so I don't burn it. And look at this. It's almost done. I'm just putting my last little bit of the coconut sugar to make it a little bit sticky, because my plan for this is to put it in little toothpicks. And then the juice. And look at that. I'm gonna get a fresh plate. And if you're gonna do this for hors d'oeuvres, you can eat it cold, or you can eat it hot. But this is already done. And how do you know when it's done? When you can cut into the center of the chicken. Here's an example. So usually take the largest piece so you can really see if it's cooked, or the thickest. Oh, so you see this is not quite ready. So you want to make sure that it's fully cooked. So sometimes what you can do is just put the lid on, or just leave it a little bit longer. And in this case, I'm going to leave it a wee bit longer. It's like 95% cooked. But the idea is to cook it all the way. Or if you like, if you don't want some of them, because some of them got a little bit smaller, so those are gonna be fully cooked, but you don't want them to be dry. So you season out, that's perfect. So there you have it. So check it out. So take a little bit of cilantro. So this is already turned off. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna bring it all over here. So give it approximately 10 minutes. So this is like a 10-minute recipe here. You can put garlic, you can put ginger, you can put whatever you want. And this time all I had was those ingredients. So I figure I'm gonna make something from those ingredients, especially when the lemongrass is from my own yard. So I wanted to make sure that I use some today. So this is turned off completely and clean about it. Just to show you how like an amazing recipe. This is like a family style. You can take little bits at a time and then just throw some cilantro on the top, and there you have it. A beautiful, delicious lemongrass chicken. Well, folks, thank you very much for watching once again. I thank you for your loyalty, and I thank you for following me. I also thank you for sharing my recipes and for liking my recipes. I do this for you because otherwise I will not be here. Thank you for watching once again. And if you want to know more about our product called SALADMASTER, make sure that you join us in the Happy Cooking Club. Send us a private message and we will get you to the closest, best cooking coach possible for you. Thank you. Until then, God bless you. God bless us all. Have a happy, healthy, and wealthy day. Make life happen for you. And make it healthy and make it happy. I love you all. Ciao.